Well, Billy Tracy, very nice to meet you.
You too.
Thank you.
So you play Charlie and Miles in Revolution. Charlie Miles. Yes. I wonder, just for people who haven't seen the show yet, if you could tell us a little bit about the characters and about their background at the start of the series.
Niece and uncle, estranged through many, many years. 15 years ago, an event happened and the power went out. And when we meet them, we first meet Tracy's character, Charlie, in her little village that's trying to struggle and survive amidst a world of militias uprising and a bunch of chaos going on. And something happens to a family member of hers. She's told to come find me to help her, and off we go.
Mm-hmm. And Tracy, we first meet your character. We see her back at the event. She's just a young girl, and then when we meet you, grown up kind of, and then almost like fending for the family.
Yeah, I mean, you know, her dad and everything is still very, you know, capable and fending, but she's just more, she's seeking an adventure. She's kind of grown up in this little cul-de-sac and very, very sheltered, very protected. Had a wonderful life, really, and then she just really wants to get out there and see it all, and she gets a little bit more than she bargains for. And everything kind of happens really quickly for her, and she has to grow up pretty fast. She's kind of vulnerable and all that at the beginning, and then because of things that happen, it toughens her up, and she, you know, very much finds herself and grows into being this feisty little warrior.
Yeah, I was going to say they're both two pretty badass characters. I mean, you take control very quickly, and Billy, in the first episode, you have this amazing sword fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you have to do much training with the sword? Did you?
That particular fight was the only one we had really a lot of sort of time to prepare for. I mean, comparatively more time anyway. We had more time to shoot the pilot. So that sequence actually took us about 2 days to shoot. But the choreography for it, I learned the day before. And then we were just sort of up and running.
And so throughout the rest of the series, I mean, it's a very kind of like, there's a lot of action in the show. I mean, is that kind of, so you just have to take it in your stride, come in a day and do these sequences and fights and stuff?
That is kind of the way it goes, yeah. You never really know what's going to be thrown at you on any given day because we move so quickly and so many changes are made last minute. Yeah.
And the show has this fantastic premise, like you said, so it's the power just goes off and we meet back up with you 15 years later. Was that kind of a big draw for both of you, like straight away, just this, because I heard the idea and thought, yeah, that sounds great?
Oh, it's a very cool concept. I was instantly very intrigued by it, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't speak.
And I wonder, as you're going through the season, do you personally find the more interesting aspects of the show to be kind of these characters trying to get by in this world with no power, or is it the kind of mystery, the stuff in the background?
I think it's always the human element. If you don't care about the characters, then you don't care about the show, and you don't care about the journey that they're on. So, yeah, you've got to get invested in that first, and then the sort of fantasy world comes secondary, for me at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, cause it finds to me, you watch an episode, you invest, you like the characters, and if you like the characters, then you're interested in the
rest of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I just wonder, what was it like for you, Tracy? Because obviously you kind of your first major role, and it's a lead role on a huge network series. What was that like coming in?
Oh, man. Well, it was a bit mind-blowing, really. I definitely didn't foresee that happening. I came down for pilot season, and you know, really just dreams come true.
That's how it happens, kids. Get the first gig you go for.
It was not the first gig. But yeah, it's definitely a dream come true. It's a dream role. I love, you know, and I'm really fortunate. I hear that it's really rare to have everybody get along as well as we do. I mean, it's kind of crazy how we instantly all just kind of glued together, and even filming 16 hours a day, and then, you know, on the weekends trying to hook up and hang out and go for dinners and everything as well. Like, it's just pretty tight.
Normally there's at least one objectionable person.
Yeah, usually.
wait until season 2. You'll start following it.
That's what everybody says, by the way.
Yeah, everybody
until
does
season
say that,
2.
and I'm really just not seeing it yet.
What's the fan reaction been like? Do you have fans that are really intense, really kind of passionate about the show?
Everyone's been wonderful.
Yeah, everybody's been quite great.
Yeah, no one's like crazy in a bad way.
Yeah.
Everyone's just been really, really supportive and really digging what we're doing. So that's great.
Yeah, and I wonder how that
And
compares.
if they don't dig what they're doing, they're not telling us about it. So
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah. Also, thank you.
Yeah. No, so I wonder how that compares to, because obviously in recent years you've become best known to a lot of people for Twilight. I wonder how the kind of the differences in the fandom there, because the Twilight fans are very vocal about their love for the films.
Yes, they are, and I'm finding that these fans are getting just as vocal about it. And it's nice for me especially coming off a gig like that was so widely received. It was nice for me sort of to be able to kind of escape that and slip into another character without too much fanfare. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder, do you have any places you'd like to see your characters go in the next season, or anything that you particularly want to do on the show?
We both kind of try not to put our own personal things onto it. We haven't seen anything that's coming up in the next season, and so, but I mean.
That being said, we'd like to see them go to the Caribbean.
Right, or the moon. We've talked about the moon a lot. Yeah, I don't know. We just, the people that we have behind it all is just brilliant, and so, who are we to say what's going to happen?
And the people behind it also, Eric Kripke, who did Supernatural, was the creator of the show, showrunner. Mm-hmm. What's he like to work with?
It's wonderful.
So great.
Yeah.
So accessible. Really seems to trust us with what he's created here, and you really can't ask for a better showrunner or creator than him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously the show has J.J. Abrams' name attached to it as well. How much involvement does he have as the season progresses, or was that more at the start?
He's definitely still involved. He oversees our scripts and watches all the episodes and everything before we go up. So
We like to say he's there every day in spirit.
Yeah. Lots of love.
When he is there, you try to give him a nudge, say, "Oh, I make quite a good Jedi." Or
He's another one of those guys that's so approachable, and he's got such a great air about him that it's just a pleasure to work with somebody like that. Yeah.
And I wonder, other than Revolution, obviously, do you have any other favourite shows on TV that you kind of have to tune into and watch each week? Is there anything else that you like to box out or whatever?
I'm still I'm catching up on Lost right now because I hadn't seen it when it was on. But outside of that, we work. I mean, our hours are really, really crazy long. So we, as far as at this point in time, right? I don't know. We work pretty well. Six days a week, sometimes 7.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have it here yet, but I'm kind of enjoying Duck Dynasty. Do you have it here yet?
No, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So funny.
Okay, well, Billy, Tracy, thanks very much for speaking to me, and good luck with season 2.
Thank
Great.
you very much.